Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I used the beautiful McGrath Mothership 2 Sublime palette, and this palette has been on my list for a while of ones that I've been wanting to pick up. Obviously, I guess I'm somewhat of a newer McGrath fan in that, like, I've been a McGrath fan since my first palette purchase, which was the Bronze Seduction. And that, oh, how long ago did I purchase that? 3 or 4 years? No, 3.5-ish years ago. No, actually I think it's gonna be 4 for this coming birthday, because I bought it for myself for my birthday when I was in Arizona on a vacation, and like I had not looked back on using McGrath like products since. Like I dove in like whoosh, those are mine. So obviously there were a couple of palettes that she came out with before I started purchasing them, and this is one of them. Eventually I'm gonna have them all. I'm gonna have all of them, but like her limited edition palettes I obviously will not have, so it's probably just gonna be the Motherships that I will be adding to my collection slowly but surely. But I know that there are some of you that are in a similar boat as me that are maybe late to the game and discovering McGrath palettes and products. I thought that this would still be a worthwhile video to make. I also have lots of new products that have kind of gone viral, like one of which is the Makeup Forever new HD Skin Foundation. I have the Ofra Pure Glow Finishing Powder that just launched. I've got the Nars Liquid Blush that went viral, and a couple of other newer products you'll see as we dive in. The Cosmetics contour wand or contour stick. Also, before we dive in, I do have one new skincare product from a brand that I've actually never used before, and they did gift this to me. Okay, it is the Vitabrid C12 is the brand, and what we have here is the wrinkle serum and then the face brightening powder. The wrinkle serum retails for $72 and the face brightening powder retails for $68. I do store these in my skincare fridge and I apply them in the morning. The face, this is a fun product because you kind of get to play like a scientist where you mix them together. It says what it is a face brightening is a very first 12-hour vitamin C powder for the skin that directly delivers active vitamin C into the skin for over 12 continuous hours. Mixing it into a newly released face serum creates a potent antioxidant-rich cocktail for your skin to target various signs of aging, including fine lines and wrinkles. Our unique 12-hour active vitamin C is clinically proven to help brighten, tighten, and even skin tone and texture, while the wrinkle serum visibly targets fine lines and wrinkles, improves the appearance of skin discoloration, and smooth skin texture while refining pores in continuous use. Blending this product 12-hour active vitamin C into the wrinkle serum helps increase collagen production with 12-hour active vitamin C, while peptides improve the moisture in the skin to reduce wrinkle formation. So I'm a big believer in vitamin C and the benefits that it has in brightening your overall skin tone, evening it out, getting rid of dark spots. And I've really been enjoying this situation. Had it for a couple of weeks now, and I have noticed that kind of overall brightening effect of the skin. Obviously you can't tell right now because I have my makeup on. I am one who has to be very careful with vitamin C because like when I first started using vitamin C, it broke me out. But this one has not broken me out. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see like these before and afters that they sent me, but these are the befores and here's the after. If you look closely, you can just kind of see the overall difference in like skin tone and appearance. It looks smoother and a little more wrinkle free, and some of those spots are just kind of smoothed out, and I see a difference in the pores as well. So it says that you can use this AM and PM. I like to just use my vitamin C in the AM because I use tretinoin at night, tretinoin and retinols at night. So like I'll do vitamin C in the morning and then those at night. So, and I have implemented those into my routine. Been doing that for over 4 years now. Basically once I hit 30, I implemented those into my routine on a daily basis. Like if I could stop aging like now, that'd be prime. beautiful. So I've really been enjoying those vitamin C products, and it's fun to mix them together and be kind of in control of that aspect of as well, and how much you are using on your skin. That's my most recent skincare item that I have added to my routine. Let's go ahead and jump on into the tutorial. And before I forget, if you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe, join the Allie Ann clan, hit that notification bell right there if you want to be updated every time I upload a video. Love to have you. I love to talk about all things makeup. Sometimes my videos get a little bit longer, which some people love, some people hate. It is what it is. I like to ramble. Yeah, before I ramble too much, let's go ahead and jump on into the tutorial. I'm gonna start out by setting my brows. I did just tint and wax my brows so they're a little, but I actually went down a shade than my normal brow tint, so they're not quite as harsh. I looked back on some videos and I'm like, oh, it's a little harsh. Let's go down a step. But like, I exfoliate, I use tretinoin and all of those things in my routine, so I feel like they slough off a lot faster than normal. But I took my the P. Louise Hot Shot. It's their brow called Hot Shot Brow Balm. This is, I believe, an old packaging. They've since updated it and come out with like a little heart-shaped one, which I think is fabulous. But since I bought it on sale, I think I got the old packaging, which is fine. It's fine, it's fine. I actually took an old like Patrick Ta brow shaping wax and I put it in there because that makes sense to me. Because then I can take my little spoolie and actually get it on the entire spoolie, as opposed to like just a tiny bit on the front or the end. Oh my gosh, so good. There's obviously a bad guy walking around because lady's telling him who's boss. Like, if you have not tried this brow gel, you are missing out. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it sets your brows. It's the strongest holding brow gel that I have used. Which this actually has the spoolie. This spoolie is by Beauty Creations, and I love it. But I always forget to use that because I'm just not used to that. But so good. So glad I finally did that. I've been wanting to do that. I have so many new products. I feel like every time I sit down, it's like, okay, yep, I have a ton of new products. Lots and lots. I'm gonna take my P. Louise primer, and I'm just gonna take this little kabuki brush. Okay, the palette I'm gonna go in with is this bad boy. It is the Pat McGrath, which one is it? So it's the Pat McGrath Mothership 2 eyeshadow palette Sublime, one of her 10-pan palettes. And I actually, well, technically I got this one for Christmas. My mom got it for me, which is so beyond sweet. But she just thought the one I wanted was called Mothership, so she bought the Utopian Dream palette, which I already own, and I'm like, well, I don't need 2 palettes. So I went and exchanged it. Well, actually, I took it back because the Sublime was out of stock, so I had to wait for the Sublime to come back in stock, and then I purchased it. But I just really am enjoying the color story in this one. I was super drawn to this green. I was like, okay, gotta have it in my collection. So that is why I held out and waited for this one. So I'm gonna start off with this shade right here. It is called Rose Dusk, I think. It's D-C-U-S-K. Dusk. At least that's according to Sephora. Maybe it's a typo. I doubt it. And I'm gonna take that on my Rose & Ben A28 brush. I'm gonna take it on one side of this and just start kind of tapping this down. And I want to kind of blow it out in this direction. And actually, I think I want to use some shadow shields. Someone asked me about my shadow shields. I honestly just found them in bulk on eBay and placed an order, and then I just cut them in half because myself, I don't need them like for the shield aspect. I just like them for the line that they offer because I love that it's not like a straight line. It has a little bit of a curve. I think it's a little more flattering. That's why I prefer a shield over a tape. And I like to set it so that there's a little gap between my lower lash line so that when I put shadow down here, it connects with this line a little more naturally. I don't want to like have it so cut. and then have the blended eyeshadow and the lower lash line like kind of awkwardly meet. Next, I'm gonna grab this beautiful chocolate color. It's just called Dark. I like it. Nice and simple. I'm gonna take that on my Rephr 12 brush, and I'm just gonna start kind of building in, trying to decide the way I want to lay this. Starting like a wing. No, I'm gonna fill it in. So I want it to be a little more on the smoky side, just in that vibe, I think, with the black nails. Just took some more of that rose color and just kind of blending out the edges of dark. Now on this Rephr 13 brush, I'm going to grab Extreme Black. And again, just kind of dot it on the very outer edge just to build up some intensity. I am gonna grab my Visart 04 Ivory on my M124. If you watch my videos, this is no surprise. Cannot live without it. I'm just gonna take it right under the brow bone and then right on the inner corner to brighten. I'm gonna grab the Pat McGrath Artistry wand. I really wish it was a twist up instead of the click, but that's just me being picky. It kind of wipes off the P. Louise base, which is fine because I'm gonna blend right over it. I'm gonna grab this beautiful green. It's called Blitz Emerald. And I'm gonna take that like right on, oh my gosh. This is just such a gorgeous green color because it has a shift to it where like you see like kind of like a purple and a pink. And I'm gonna kind of blend it into that dark there and kind of take it up here. I want it to be somewhat blown out. So beautiful. Cannot get over the beauty of this color. And then for like the inner kind of half of the lid, I'm gonna grab VR Nectar. And I'm taking that on my JH42. I don't think I showed this one. I applied the emerald with my JH41. And just kind of lightly blend it into, I didn't know, I was like so far over. I hope you guys saw that. I'm gonna lightly blend it into the emerald color. And then, because it's Pat McGrath, I gotta play with this one. This is the Astral Ghost Orchid. And like these shades are like what Pat McGrath palettes are all like for me. I like to apply them with my finger and taking it like right where those two shades meet up and placing it right on top. And I'm okay if it kind of like blends out on the top a little bit. Do you see how I kind of took it right above that crease? I'm gonna grab a little bit more of the emerald because I do not want to lose the intensity of that green. And I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that rose color that we first went in with and just kind of blend right on top. Sometimes I'm like not 100% sure how far up I'm gonna take the colors, and I feel like that just kind of perfected it, because you can see the difference. Then on that same JH42, I'm gonna grab this one right here called Skin Show Glow. And I'm gonna take that kind of right on the high point of the brow. And I'm gonna take it a little here onto the inner corner area. I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier pencil in the color Tuxedo, and I'm gonna use this to line my lid, or line my lash line, and then I'm gonna go over it with the black in this palette. I don't necessarily want it to be like bam wing. I want it to be blown out with this look. I'm gonna take this M36 brush, go back into Extreme Black, and I'm going to smoke out and layer that right on top of the Tuxedo Laura Mercier. Okay, now I'm gonna peel it off. I'm gonna grab my Rose and Bed C31 and my Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. And I'm just going to, right here at this blend, melt everything together. Well, I have the new Makeup Forever HD foundation. The color I picked up was 1R112. I really like the way that they changed the packaging on this. I primed my skin right after I got out of the shower with the Nimya It's been sitting on for quite a while because I've just kind of been hanging out today. I'm gonna take my Rephr foundation brush and I'm just gonna blend this out. I have worn this before and I've really liked the way that it looked, and it wore nicely on my skin. Like, it lasted a long time when I say that. So I was addicted to the By Mario sculpting stick, but guys, I ran out and it has been sold out for like 3 months at least that I've been trying to get it. And I check constantly and it's still not available. So Cosmetics, not sure if you're gonna be able to see this, they have their contouring stick. It's the closest thing I could like find that had decent reviews. And I got the color Terra. It's the So Soft sculpting stick, I think. And I really like the undertone on this one. But ever since I started using like cream contour like this on a daily basis, I can't not have it in my life. So, sorry Mario, but you lost out. I've really been enjoying this too. I like the formula and the way that it blends. Just taking this little Makeup Forever brush, it is the 112 Wavy. And then I just press this in to the skin. And look how beautiful. It's definitely a contour, which is what I want. I'm not swiping because I don't want to disturb the foundation. I am pressing. Funny, like everybody is wanting to get together tonight. Okay, gonna be a late night, probably a late night. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Jaclyn concealer. It's a perfecting concealer. I don't understand why all the mixed reviews on this, because I'm obsessed with it. I tried the new Kat Von D Good Apple and I actually returned it because I felt like it was super drying and not perfecting on my under eye area. And this I am obsessed with. I'm gonna take it and apply some here. I like to apply it down the side, the bridge of my nose, and then out here as well. I have not had any issues with it being like fast drying either. Like, I just apply it and blend it out like normal. Maybe I'm not having issues with the blend because I use more like a damp beauty sponge, which is how I believe Jaclyn applies it. It's so full coverage. I don't look dried out with it. It doesn't suck the life out of my under eyes. Granted, I use the Hourglass under eye like kind of primer, hydrator. Forget what it's called. I'm obsessed with that stuff too. Maybe the combination of this makes it so it applies nicer for me, but you would think it would have done it with the Good Apple. And the Good Apple, I noticed like in my longer days at work, I looked just not as refreshed and a little more tired, and that is not the vibe. And then I'm grabbing the Nars liquid, let's see, gotta shake this up. It's the Nars Orgasm liquid blush that went viral, of course. And I mean, with good reason. I'm just gonna take this, it's an E8 brush by Morphe, and like literally just like a tiny dot, honestly is enough for both sides here. I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth. Like the tiniest little dot is what gave me this, and look how pigmented. Like, it's almost too much. I go back over with that blender with the concealer and just kind of melt it together. Boom. Now I have all the liquid products on. Gonna take my Givenchy Prism Powder. This is in the color Satin Blanc 2, and set my under eye area with this. And this is worth the money. If you have not bought it, maybe don't. Because I will try my other powders and it just is not the vibe. I noticed I look more crepey under the eyes with other powders that used to be my ride or die than I do with this one. You can see I'm pressing this in as well. I'm gonna press it down through the brows so we don't get shiny through there, and then through the on the bridge of the nose. Basically everywhere I put the concealer, places where I do not want any shine whatsoever to come through. Ofra gifted me with their new, it's the Pure Glow Finishing Powder in the color Light. I'm a little skeptical because to me, it looks like a highlighter, right? Like it's so shiny. You can see the right here is where I swatched it with one finger, which I'm wondering if this is kind of more of like an overlay, and that's why it is so shiny. Like maybe there's an overlay of shimmer on it. Also a 20% off discount code for their whole website too, so that'll be down in the description box. After setting powder or on bare skin, blend all over the face with a large powder brush for a diffuse finish. Apply with a highlighting brush to cheekbones, inner corners, and across the shoulders for a hint of glow. Okay, well then, I haven't gone in with a big, large powder brush in a hot second. I'll grab my JH01 and I'm just gonna tap on into this bad boy. Okay. Whoa. That is definitely shimmery. Like, almost too shimmery for me. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm gonna be glowing tonight. All right, we're gonna try it as a highlighter too, a little more intensely. I just feel like I can see a little bit of texture where I didn't even know I was like that textured. I'm gonna finish up the rest of the face. I'm gonna grab my Gucci bronzer. If you've been watching me lately, you know I'm obsessed. I'm just taking my Tom Ford bronzer brush. If you've also been watching me, you know I actually did not buy this. I used points. Because I don't know if I could otherwise justify spending $115 on a brush. But I got so tired of all my other bronzer blushes, one being so scratchy and two always shedding on me, that I was like, okay, if I get points, that's what we're getting. And I had points, and that's what I got. I love the tone of that bronzer so much that I don't even feel like I need to go in and contour as much, but I'm gonna of course grab my Scott Barnes contour, my little Amazon brush here. I'm gonna go into Carved and Diced. Carve, not carved. And I like to carve and dice these cheekbones. I don't like to go like past, like if you line up the outside of your eye and go down, that's about where I stop taking my contour. Because I feel like that gives you more of like a lifted snatch. I get this zit that's coming through right here. Apparently wasn't there yesterday. Today it's there. And that finishing powder just like kind of highlighted it. I'm gonna grab my other Amazon brush and I'm gonna take hashtag shade, the reddish tone, and carve out the jaw really nicely here. Now I'm gonna take Lexi Nose Contour Brush. I'm gonna grab Carve and I'm gonna go above the tip and below the tip of my nose. And then take the fluffy side and go down the sides. And then blend everything out. can kind of marry it into your eyeshadow too if you want to like finish it off. And again, if you ever feel like you get too crazy, you can always take the puff that you used that has like leftover under eye setting powder and just kind of blend it all together. I'm gonna grab my Patrick Ta blush palette and I'm gonna go into the deeper side called She's Baked. I'm gonna grab my Rose and Bend C41. Oh. This is definitely like a very pigmented blush. Okay, my card just got full, but I was saying this is a very pigmented blush and you could definitely get carried away. Again, if you feel like you got too carried away, you can go back in with that puff and blend it together. Now I'm gonna grab my Rougher 03, finish out my lower lash line here. And I'm gonna take a mixture of the Rose Dusk and Dark. And I'm just gonna start tapping under the lower lash line and blending it into that wing. I'm gonna take my Rougher 29 brush. I'm gonna go into Extreme Black and I'm just going to line like the outer third. Grab my Noblin Magic Pencil and apply this to my waterline. I'm gonna grab the new Milk Rise mascara. I personally have really been enjoying this and I really am liking this grippy container because homegirl has carpal tunnel and an old lady over here and it's grippy enough for me to grab and open it. Really like it. Props from the old lady over here. I'm gonna take my Beauty Creations Confidential Lashes. Gonna set my face down. Jaclyn Hill made a TikTok about this and I had to hurry and run and grab it. It's the Peach Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist, which she said she thinks it might have like broke out her skin, but I haven't had that yet and I've been using it for like 2 weeks. Now I want to try applying this as the highlighter. I'm gonna take my Pat McGrath highlight brush. Oh. I'm just laughing because this is like all over my entire face right now. Now as a highlighter, bam. But all over the rest of my face, I feel like it just kind of added texture back to my skin. I'm gonna take this E36 brush and just apply it to the tip of the nose and then down the bridge. Like bam, that is intense. Said on the inner corner too. I am really liking the color of it too. Just maybe since I'm oily, not as a finishing powder. I give it a try though. I give it a shot. It's a beautiful product. Then last but not least, I want to apply lips. I'm going to take the Makeup Forever pencil in the color Cacao, Endless Cacao. Now that that is on, I have the new by Mario Lip Suede or Ultra Suede Cozy Lip Cream. I have the color Nude Suede. This is very like 90s vibe. And I am here for it. The only thing about certain lip products is that now that I have clear liners, they'll like stick onto the clear liner and it's like the clear liner is like a magnet to it. Like, so something wouldn't normally stick to my teeth, sticks to the aligner. It's great. So like, while I love this color, this lip product particularly is one that's sticking to my aligner. So I'm like kind of, should I keep it? Should I not? Because I'm going to be in this for a while. So we'll see. But if you're not an aligner, you're not gonna have that problem. So it's a beautiful product. All right, that's it for like this glam, sexy, smoky look using the Pat McGrath Sublime palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoyed seeing kind of like these newer kind of viral products that have been floating around. And I am just like here for all of it. The only thing I'm unsure of is that Ofra finishing powder, but maybe as like the night goes on and it starts to mix like with my actual oils and whatnot, maybe it'll change. I'll leave an update down below on how I feel like it wore, or if I just felt like I got like an oily mess. So yeah, I love this look and the way that it turned out. Definitely like very glam, sexy, vampy. It's fitting with the vibes of my black nails. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, go ahead and give it a big ol' thumbs up. Leave any comments, requests, questions, anything down below. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell right there. Join the Allie Ann clan, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Let's keep it clean.